Okay, welcome everyone to the True Winners Team webinar here tonight for True United. Please turn off your cell phone, television, Facebook, chats, or any other distractions that you might have. I want you to really absorb the content here. I'm going to go through kind of quickly, and if you're distracted, you're going to miss something. And at the end, or at any time during the presentation, if you wish to communicate with me, there should be in your menu on your screen, there should be a chat button on there. And when you click on that, you can type and send me messages. From time to time, I may check that through the presentation, but I certainly check it at the end of the presentation and answer any questions. I don't need any accolades like good job or things like that, but really the chat is more for if you have a question, if you have a comment, or you have a testimony, question, comment, or testimony. That's really what we want you to use that for, and we'll make good use of everybody's time, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I put in the email today, this is about saying less and getting paid more. And you say, why is that? What are you talking about, Michael? Well, we need to help people to stop explaining the business. If you said that, what do you mean stop explaining? I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Your website is supposed to do the explaining. You're an inviter. You invite people to your website. Another thing that people think is they think that they need to convince people to do it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, I know you can. You have the time. Hey, you need the money. And you make yourself sound desperate when you do that. And you make yourself sound weak. And you're not going to have people following you if you're trying to explain everything. You usually talk too much. If you try to explain everything or you feel like you're missing something, just let the website do the presentation for you. Have a bit of excitement about you and just say, listen, you have to see what I saw. You just have to see it. And and sometimes I'll have a prospect even say to me, convince me that I should do this business with you. I said, I'm sorry. I says, you got the wrong person. Because I'll tell you what we do. If you like it, great, we'll help you. If you have questions, we'll answer them. But one thing I'm not going to do is to talk you into something that you may not want to do. Okay? Now, I'm just asking for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes of their time. Our first video is 2 minutes. And by the way, anybody on our team can use our generic free site, which is savemoney911.com. And there's 7 videos there. The first video is 2 minutes long. 2 minutes. So it's actually a couple seconds less than 2 minutes. So if they won't give you 2 minutes of their time, this is not for them or the timing's not right for them. Just ask for 2 minutes. Now, there are marketing systems that we have out there, various teams do, where they put together and they personalize these videos. So get with your sponsor and do your best to get one of the personalized site. You'll be more effective with that. Now, I tell people if you're not interested, that's okay. Okay? Listen, watch our video. If you're not interested, that's okay. Or I'm not asking you to buy, join, or do anything. I'm just asking 2 minutes of your time, see if this appeals to you in any way. See if there's anything you like. Okay? That's it. And you see, that's really strength because it's basically saying to them, I'm going places. If you like the direction I'm heading in, you want to go in this direction, great. Love to have you aboard. If not, that's okay. I'm still going in this direction. Other people are not going to stop me from my goal. I let them know if you have any interest or if you have any questions, I will get you honest answers. That's what people really want is honest answers. They're not looking for hype. I just tell them, I will get you honest answers. You're not saying that you have all the answers, but I will get you honest answers. There's a difference there. And the reason is so that you, Mr. Prospect, can make an informed decision if this is for you. Okay? That's strength. This is, what some people call posturing. Or I like to think of as strength, positioning myself with strength in that I'm going places. I love this. I'm having a blast. I'm successful. You want to go with me? Great. If not, hey, that's okay. There's a lot of other people out there that will. Now, what do? Well, first of all, we shop. We're a shopping business. We shop via True United. And we have 3 categories, direct-to-consumer, global brands, and gift cards. Okay? Now, our direct-to-consumer, we get our highest profit points in our direct-to-consumer. By the way, our points turn into cash at the end of the month. But we get our highest percentage in direct-to-consumer. So, and by the way, direct-to-consumer is the only of the three categories that will give you points in the current month. Usually within 1 hour, it will post on your account. And we're going to talk about your story here in a little bit and how important that is. And to start your story, you need something in direct-to-consumer to have points on your account this month. Now, global brands and gift cards are going to give you points with our on-hold system. Okay? On hold means because there is a return policy where you could get a refund, we want to make sure that that's well passed so that when the points and cash back are issued, that there's no clawback, there's no reaching it back, there's no charge back, or whatever you wish to call that, okay? So that once you get the cash back, boy, that's yours. You can hold on to it. Nobody's going to take it away from you, okay? Now, if you're doing this, and say you have global brand or gift card points, on hold points for December, come December 1st, those points hit your account. So, like when I entered November, I rank advanced on day one because of on hold points from previous month's purchases that my team and I have done. And please do not hit the video. Eddie, I think you're the one that did that. Please turn off the video. That messes up our recording, folks. If on the menu, if you see the video there, please do not click that. We ask that you take a look at it right now, and if anybody has turned your video on, please turn it off. It really messes up our video when people do that. And okay, so what do? We shop. We shop these three areas, and then we share. We shop and we share. What is it we share? We share your story, and your story is that you shop in your business and you have points on your account every month that you're in this business. That's starting with the very first month. Now remember, we said that there were three areas: direct-to-consumer, global brands, and gift cards. You want to make sure that you're in direct-to-consumer because in the current month, that's the only way that you can get points on your account. So make sure that you do that, and make sure that you're doing global brands and gift cards, and that's going to help you in future months also. Global brands are like Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Home Depot. I bought a chainsaw the other day from Home Depot. I bought different fixtures around the house, even groceries from Walmart. There's all kinds of restaurants and the gift cards there, very popular with me. And so I shop in all three of these areas every single month. And then as you come through here, when we're sharing with others, we're thinking about who are we going to share with? Well, I'm going to share with my warm market first. This is how I was able to sign up 47 people in my first 40 days, and most of them shopped and had points on their account. Okay? That's a big difference. You see, you can sign up 100 people, but if nobody shops or has points, then what's the use? Why? There's no reason. There's no reason to be in here if you're not going to shop, if you're not going to have points, because any month you have no points, you get no pay. Okay? So I'm going to talk to my warm market, and we have a very, very simple script that once you have some points on your account, we're going to get you into the training. And we have a 1-minute script that's very non-threatening. You talk to your warm market. Who else are we going to talk to? We're going to talk to cold market people. These are people you don't know. And we'll put you in touch with systems that we have in place that you'll never run out of people. And and there's hundreds of millions of people, okay, that we can contact in the cold market as well. So once again, what do? We shop and we share, and then repeat. How simple is that? We shop, we share, and we repeat every single month. And that's so exciting. And by the way, just as a couple of quick testimonies, on the Organifi protein meal replacement shake, I got the vanilla. I absolutely love it. It's the best tasting shake. And I've had a number of company shakes. And this one is really good tasting. But not only that, it's super nutritious. Hopefully you saw the video that Organifi put out about the nutrition that is inside this shake. It's amazing. Like I think it was Tim out in California that said, how could anybody watch that video and not pull the trigger and purchase that? And I agree with him. That's just one of my recent purchases that I did myself that I'm excited. Also did the oats overnight. I'm a real big fan of the apples and cinnamon and the strawberry and was it strawberry and cream, I think it's called? Yeah, and that one also was very, very good. Now, here's another concept here that you really need to take to heart, especially if you want to increase your income. Lead by example. Now, of course, everybody's a leader. You're either a good leader or a bad leader, so you need to be a good example. You need to be the best customer in your business. You need to do what you want the people following you to do. So if you're hoping that they shop, you should shop. If you're hoping that the people you sign up shop in direct consumer, guess what? You need to find some things in direct consumer. If you want them shopping global brands and gift cards, guess what? You should lead by doing that. Winners do not lead from behind. We're going to lead by example. We are not going to lead from behind. Leading from behind means you're waiting for somebody else to do something before you do it. That's not the way that winners act. That's not the way that winners believe. It's not the way that winners think. Winners lead by example. Now, you want to increase your points within your pay zone. This is real important. In the compensation part, which is how we get paid, you want to increase your points within your pay zone. Now, your pay zone, if you're new, your pay zone is level 1. That means everybody you sign up is on level 1. Should you reach the level of promoter, your pay zone is level 1 and 2. Now, the best way to increase level 2 is continue to sponsor your people on level 1. And even as a pay setter, and I've been pay setter every month that I've been in, your pay zone is levels 1, 2, and 3. Always frontline your business. You will never regret signing up all your signups on your level 1. In other words, another way of saying that is go wide. Go wide. Depth will take care of itself. We support the people below us in helping them to get their people, but we are not in a welfare system where we put our signups underneath people. If you want a higher and higher check, if you want stronger and stronger people underneath you, then you put everybody on your front level and you teach them to do the very same thing. You will never regret that. Now, if you want a full-time income out of this business, it all starts with the truewinners.net/success. And if you haven't gone through that, you need to write that down, truewinners.net/success. And this is a series of 6 videos. I tell people, watch the first 3, follow the instructions, and then call your sponsor within your first 24 hours. So if you've not done that, do that in the next 24 hours. Included on this system, on both page 1 and page 2, you will see a link to download and print out first steps also. That will also be helpful for you. Now, after you've had 10 personal points on your account, then you get access to our team training and blog sites. Now, 10 personal points is very little. I mean, remember, it didn't cost you anything to join United. There's no monthly fee. We've not forced you into an auto ship. What you're purchasing are products you're already going to buy at prices that you already pay. 10 personal points is only about $20 or $30, okay? You're in business, folks. And until you do that, as far as the training goes, there is plenty of training here in First Steps. On the very first page, point number 3, you're going to see plenty of training there on First Steps. When you go to this site, you're going to see that. But if you want our team training and our team blog site, put at least 10 points on your point. This is a reward because that person has prepared themselves and at least done the basics in getting their business started. So as a reward for that, then we give you the password to be able to get into our training and blog site. Here's another concept that a lot of people are missing, and that is your first 100 presentations, just practice. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to sign up people, or the people you sign up don't count. They do count. But I want you to consider that as practice. And you will get better with practice. It's amazing to me how many people, after 5 or 10 presentations, they quit. Or they think, well, if this doesn't work out in 30 or 60 days, I'm out of here. Listen, your first 100 presentations is practice. Did you know that if you did one presentation a day, 6 days a week, then it would take you 4 months to do 100 presentations? One a day. But I'll tell you what, most of the people on our team, most of the people in our company do not do 6 presentations in a week. Now let me explain what a presentation is. We have 7 videos that we encourage our team to use as your presentation. A presentation means you have confirmed that they watched all 7 videos. You didn't, and not just sending it to them. Well, I emailed it to them. Does that count? No. Well, I sent them a text message for them to watch it. Does that count? No. Well, then what counts? What counts is you got on the telephone and you confirmed that they watched all 7 videos, and you got a yes or a no from them. That's what counts. And if you do one a day, 6 days a week, it'll take you 4 months. If you do 2 a day, 6 days a week, it'll take you 2 months. So, Michael, how come you keep saying 6 days a week? Well, because God made everything in 7 days, and He rested on the 7th and told us to do likewise. And I happen to believe that He's smarter than all of us put together. And we've got to follow His plan, not make up our own. I know in America, it's our culture, work 5 days and off 2. It's the European culture, work 4 days off 3. God's plan is work 6 days and rest 1. And we're trying not to get that backwards, where people work 1 day and rest 6. We've seen some people try it that way too. You're going to notice here also, 3 strikes, you're out. In other words, if you get turned down 3 times in a row, then you need to stop and you need to call your sponsor. It's like baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. You're out doing presentations. We need to change something probably, and you need to role play and tell your sponsor what it is that you're saying. Sometimes even a small change can make a big difference. You will get better with practice. Practice does not make you perfect. There was only one perfect person that ever walked this earth, and they crucified Him. And that's not you, it's not me, okay? But I will tell you that if you practice the right things, you will get better. And if you practice the wrong things, you're not going to get better. Then realize, too, that more people will say no than say yes. That's just a fact of life. That's just reality. But you know what? We don't really hear anybody talking about that, or very few people talking about that. And so somebody gets told, no, oh my, nobody wants this. No, there's plenty of people that want it. But it's just that you have to just keep going and realize that not everybody's going to do this. Somebody needs to be a doctor. Somebody needs to be a nurse. Somebody needs to be a fireman. Somebody needs to work at the fast food joint down the street when my kids or grandkids want a burger or fries. Okay? It's okay. I'm just looking for the people who really want it, people who are hungry, someone who's an entrepreneur, someone who can get themselves to work each day and who will stay working until the job gets done. Now, most signups will take 2 to 5 follow-ups. That's another fact, okay? Most people don't sign up the first time that you talk to them. A few will, most don't. Most want time to research it, to look it over, to watch the videos, etc. So you need to follow up with the people and follow up more than once. But get this, 80% of people never follow up. And I'll tell you what, I called a guy today. And where's that card? His name is Rivers. I think you're going to be hearing more of Rivers. This is a guy that I met in town. And I got his contact information. He gave me his name, his email, his phone number, told me he was on his way to go on vacation. So I wrote that down there, and I gave him a call today. Well, apparently he stayed on vacation a little bit longer. But here's what he said to me. He said, I told my wife about our conversation, and she was very interested, but she said, is it real? He said, because you called me, that tells me that this is real, or you wouldn't have called me. He said, call me on Monday. I'll be back on Sunday. Call me on Monday. I'm off the whole day. And he said, I'm very interested. That's just from follow-up. That was a first follow-up call, okay? Now, here is one of my favorite questions that I have developed, and that is, and I hopefully everybody on this call is asking themselves this question. We have dozens of people listening live. 1 year from today, how much do you want this business to pay you in order to pay your bills? I hope you write that question down, because when you sign someone up, this is a great question to ask people. One of the reasons it's a great question is because I'm not talking about 1 week or 1 month or 90 days. I'm talking 1 year. I am planting in their mind that this is a business. This is not a job. This is not a test. This is a business. And typically in a business, you're thinking 2 to 5 years. But since this is a home business, I'm asking for a 1 year commitment. And I'm planting this idea of 1 year in their head. 1 year from today, how much do you want this business to pay you in order to pay your bills? Let them answer. This is not a yes or no question. Because when they answer that question, I'll say, you know, there's one thing that if you do not do it, you will never reach it. But if you do it, you've got a good shot at it. Would you like to know what that is? What? Shop through TrueNited and have points on your account every month. That's what it is. And what you need to do is go to our Simple Success System. Remember what that was at the beginning when we went there? Let's scroll back. Let's see where that was. That was right here. TrueWinners.net/success. When I sign someone up, this is where I'm taking them, right there. And they're going to learn about shopping in the 3 different areas of direct-to-consumer. They're going to learn about global brands. They're going to learn about gift cards, and they're going to learn about TrueBox. All of that on this system. Now, let's come back down here. 1 year from today, how much do you want this business to pay you? It's not about how much it's going to pay me. It's not about how much it's going to pay somebody else. You're running your own race. You're not in competition with anybody else. You are in competition, though, with your own potential. If your potential is $100,000 a year, that's what you're in competition with, is how long is it going to take you to get there. But maybe your potential is $24,000 a year. Only you know what your potential is, and many of you, your potential is a lot more than what you think it is. You see, before I started being successful in my home business, most I ever made was $38,500 in a year. I thought that was my potential until I realized that my potential is far greater than that, and I've reached incomes 9 times that high. So your potential can be much higher than what your job has paid you. But it's this 1 year is your testing ground to lay the foundation for your business. You do this right, and in 1 to 2 years, you can have residual income, but you'll live a lifestyle most people only dream about. Compensation of TrueNited is so incredible. You know, here's the thing. Dr. Nico recently mentioned in a video, just in passing, it wasn't the reason he did the video, that in 6 months' time, we have more than one person hitting $10,000 a month income. Now, maybe this is only your first or second home business, and you think that's the normal. That's not the normal. This is very, very rare. I would probably say that in our, first of all, a business that costs nothing to get started, for people to pay regular prices, not overpriced, for them to hit $100,000 in 6 months, $10,000 a month is $120,000, but even $100,000 within 6 months' time, it's totally unheard of. Less than 1% of companies could do that or say that even. This is an incredible opportunity for you to match your current income and exceed it if you want it. But it all starts with shopping, then it goes on to sharing, and then it goes on to repeating, just like we said earlier. Now, this is a saying, just do it, no procrastinating, shop and share. And this phrase, just do it, is not unique with me. I want you to write this down. This is homework tonight. It's a 5-minute video. This was done back in the late 1970s or early 1980s. So yeah, it's pretty old. Might be older than some of you that are in this business, okay? This was a video done by Art Williams and he's from Georgia. He's got a heavy accent, but I'm going to tell you, this is one of the most Hall of Fame speeches. Now, the whole speech is about 20 or 25 minutes. This is a 5-minute clip from that speech called Just Do It. And it's awesome. And if you listen to this, you're probably going to hear yourself as he speaks and some of the things that what he says. But basically, just do it. No more procrastinating, no more excuses. Just get in their shop, find something. Had somebody the other day complained about the price of a chocolate bar and said that he knew a place that he could get that chocolate bar cheaper. I said, out of 1,000 items, there might be 2 or 3 things that you don't like. Are you going to focus on those 2 or 3 things? Or are you going to rejoice over the 998 that you don't have a problem with? What are you going to focus on? So no matter what it is that you have in life, if you look hard enough, you're going to find something that you don't like. And if that's what your game is, then you're not going to make it. You have to make a decision. I'm excited about this business. I'm all in. This is all I do. I'm not doing 2, 3, 4 other businesses. I'm doing this business. And I would encourage you to do the very same thing. I've looked at this from top to bottom, inside and out, and asked 1,001 questions. And I like what I see. I'm excited about it. You can have everything that you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. And so this business is not about you. It's about you helping other people. Starting off, getting some cash back, letting that build and grow, helping some other people, letting that grow, and work with your team. I'm here to help you. I can't do it for you, but I am here to help you. And hopefully you found value in this training here tonight. I'm going to take a look, see, we don't have any questions right now. So if there's something that I've said that you'd like more explanation, this will be the time to put it in the chat. Or if you have a comment, a question, or a testimony, would you please put that in the chat also? And maybe you bought a product and you really liked it. I talked about the protein meal replacement shake that I just love, but maybe you bought something else that you really liked and you wanted to share that, your experience. Maybe you really, you had a great experience with a prospect who signed up and you'd be willing to share that. I realize not everybody's willing to share that, but if you're willing to, that'd be great. If not, we'll go ahead and close out the webinar here tonight. But I wanted to give an opportunity for anybody that had questions to go ahead and type that in the chat window. And by the way, my phone number is at the bottom of each of the emails that go out. You're free to call me 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can text message me 24 hours a day, and I get back to you as soon as I'm able to. Many times I am up late at night, and if I'm able to call you back, if you are texting me or leaving me a voice message, it's always very helpful to let me know how late that I can call you back. And because I would not call you back after 9 o'clock your time without permission, unless it's a mistake. I've been known to make a mistake or two. Okay, anybody? Okay, there's a comment right there. And the comment is blank. Okay, I thought we had a comment there. Anybody? Okay. If not, that's okay. We'll go ahead and close it out. Feel free to email me, text me, call me. I'm here to help you, everybody on the team. So thank you, everyone, for being on the call tonight. And I look forward to helping you as you give me a call. And I'll help you to reach and exceed your goals. Let's go bless some people. Have a good night.